Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a story time video, and this story time is about the time I had my first fight. Now this fight happened when I was like in middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school. So the girl I fought, we're gonna name her Patty. Okay, so there's a backstory to what about this girl and like her family. So the girl I fought, she was a white girl, and I don't have nothing against white people. Everyone is the same. Everyone bleeds the same. Anyways, this girl was white. She was a racist. In school, like, people would talk about how she would make racist comments and like call black people the N-word, and she was just racist. It was a big thing at the school. So like all the kids would be like, oh, she's racist. Oh, she said this in school. Oh, she said this and that. So in school, I rode a school bus. Like everyone in my neighborhood, like in my county, everyone rides a school bus to school. So this girl, Patty, rode my school bus. And Patty also had a sister, and her sister was a year younger than her. And they were just like both races, and they just did not give two fucks about black people. I think they talked even about Spanish people too. So they, like, the whole school was like kind of against them. But yeah, they would still say what they wanted to say. Like, they were just racist and they did not care. So one day after school, we were riding the bus home, and I think like some people on our school bus was saying something to her and her sister, and then like someone threw something at her, I think. Or I think her and her sister just threw something at the back. I don't know if someone threw something at her or she was just throwing something at people on the bus. So she had threw a pencil or a pen or something, and it had hit me. So then I was like, who just threw that? Who threw that? So then everybody was like, oh, her, she threw it, or whatever, her or her sister or something. So then I think I had got like a pen or a pencil or something, and I had threw it back at them. And I don't know who it hit. I know that it went like in their seat area where they were sitting. So then she had, I think they had threw something back. No, okay, so I think this is what happened. So I had threw something at them, but when I had threw it at them, they were standing up on the, because I didn't even know where they were sitting. I didn't even know anything. So they were standing up to get off the bus, and then I had threw something at them, and then like the sister had looked back like she was sick of shit. So no, not the sister, but Patty, because I think the younger sister threw something, but Patty had looked back like she was just sick that I had threw something at her. So anyway, so then everyone's getting off the bus. So she gets off the bus before me. So then when it's time for me to get off the bus, I'm getting off the bus. As soon as I get off the bus, she drops her book bag and just like drops her book bag. So I'm just like, so when she dropped her book bag, I'm just like, okay, what's up? Or whatever. And I don't even know how this fight even started, but I know when it started, like I had just hit her like boom, boom, boom. Like I had hit her like 3 times. I still had a pencil in my hand. I don't know if I had like picked up a pencil that she had threw or something. I don't know, but I had a pencil in my hand the whole time I was fighting her. So this is soon as we got off the bus. So we're still right in front of the bus. It's still traffic, because when a school bus stops, traffic has to stop like from behind the bus and in front of the bus. So it was still like cars right there, like watching this whole entire fight. So I hit her, blah, 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 and we're in front of the bus. So then we cross the street or whatever. I think her aunt or her mother or someone, whoever comes to pick her up from her bus stop, was right there, and they were like, oh my God, Patty, or whatever like that, because I guess she must have seen the fight or something. So then she had like came to, everyone had walked across the street, because yeah, everyone had just walked across the street. So then next thing you know, like me and my sister, who were like laughing about the fight, we were just like, oh my God, like whatever, like you just got in a fight or whatever. So then next thing you know, like we're walking away, and next thing you know, my sister's like, Nikita. And then I had looked back, and I had just like turned around, and she was like running towards me, like charging like the guy for the Get Out movie. Like she was just running like that. So then I just turned around, and I had just punched her, pop, like right in her face. And then she had just fell, and she was just like on the floor, and then she was just she had just stopped. Like, she was just like, damn, like, you got it type shit. She had just stopped, and the fight was basically over from there. And when I had seen her, like, when she was running up to me, like, she had like pencil scratches like all over like her face. Like, I think I seen like 3 pencil marks like on her face. So that fight had got real. So anyways, we're walking home. So when we get home, I think that a police officer, like 5 minutes later, we get in the house, we're like telling our parents, oh my god, like, yeah, Nikita just got in a fight, blah blah blah. We're telling them about the fight. So when we get home, like 5 minutes later, a police officer is knocking at our door, and we're just like, okay. And they're like, oh, Patty is pressing charges on so and so, whatever. Because back in the day, like, our schools would give out booklets, and it would have everyone's name and everyone's phone number in it. Which, now looking back, like, that's really dangerous to actually give out people's phone numbers. Like, they had a booklet and they handed it out to everyone, and everyone had everyone's name, phone number. I don't know if the addresses were there, but I'm guessing she must have got my address or got the police to come to my address, because she just like gave them my phone number, or I don't know, she probably gave the name or something, I don't know. So the police are like, oh, she's pressing charges, blah 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 blah. But my parents was not having that. They're like, how is she pressing charges if she started with my daughter? She basically started this fight. So how is she pressing charges? So my parents call 911. They're like, yeah, we want to press charges. They're like, oh, you guys have to go to the police station or something. I don't know. So after that, I think I had went to school the next day, but then I had got suspended because I had gotten in a fight, and it was like on the, if it's like happens on where the school buses pick us up or drop us off, then that means it's still on school time, so you still get suspended for fighting. So me and the girl had got suspended because we had fought. So anyways, I had got suspended from school. So I did not go to school after the day we fought. I did not go to school the day after that. That next day after the fight, my 2 sisters, we all went to the same school. So after school that day, it was like, my sister said it was like 10 to 15 like girls that came up to the school for the girl Patty. And it was like, it was like white girls, like a bunch of like just white girls, like 10, 15 of them. They all had on Timberland boots, and just like, they was just ready to fight, I guess. My sister said that they didn't see them until they were like on the bus, and the girls had like ran up to the school bus like, oh, like, get off the bus or something like that, let's fight or whatever. So my sister said that they had got off the bus, and when they had got off the bus, like, the girls had ran like inside some type of van, and they had just like pulled off. But my sisters ended up walking home from school that day because they had got off the bus like, okay, it was good, like, we about to fight, like, who y'all think y'all are? Anyways, I don't even know what made them run or whatever. I don't know if they got caught or something, I don't even know, but they had ran. My sisters didn't even fight them that day. I don't know if they just came up there and they thought nobody was about to fight or whatever. I don't even know. But yeah, they said that they had came up there, squatted the next day or whatever, and it's just like, how y'all pressing charges but then got some girls coming up to the school to fight? Like, that just don't make sense. And obviously her parents had to be in on that, because the parents obviously had to call like their cousins or their friends or something and be like, oh, come fight because Patty just got beat up or whatever. And when my sisters got in the house, my parents had went up to the school. It was all me, my 2 sisters, my mom, and my dad. We had went up to the school, and they were like, oh yeah, the girls were up here after the school threatening my daughters and blah blah blah. They were like, oh, we have no witnesses of that. Like, they didn't have any proof. Like, they were on Patty's side, because my family, we was a squatted family in there, so they obviously like were against us. And obviously because we're black, I'm not saying that like they were racist, but obviously they looked at this girl like Patty like she was like innocent, when really she's like hardcore, something's going on in her head. So anywho, we had went up to school, and they were just like acting nonchalant about it, like, okay, there's nothing they could do. Like, and it's like, are you guys serious? Like, they went and talked to the principal, and like they was going off on the principal for like an hour. The principal still was acting like she was clueless. After that, we were like driving home, and then like my father kept looking for vans because they were like the girls who got in a van. So it was like too funny because my father, like, he's like so serious and like he's like TTG. So it was like a van or whatever, and my sister was like, oh, that's what the van looks like. So my father was like speeding, like dodging through cars, like to reach up to the van and where the van was. And then like, anyways, when we ended up getting next to the van, it was just like some old lady like in the van, and it was just like, oh, that was on the girls. But yeah, so anyways, this whole situation went to court. It was like my first time going to court, having charges pressed on me and everything. It was just like, it was a lot. So like, we went to court, like, I don't know, we went to like some type of court thing, but it wasn't like really court, like in front of a judge, but they wanted to mediate the whole situation because they're like, oh, this is her first charge, whatever. Well, hold on. When my parents tried to press charges, they tried to say that my parents couldn't press charges because the girl was already pressing charges against me. So basically they said we couldn't press charges on Patty because Patty pressed charges first. And it's just like, I guess, I don't really know how law works, but that's what had happened with that. So anywho, we had went to court and they tried to mediate it, but my parents were like, no, we're taking this to trial because my daughter wasn't wrong, this girl was wrong, blah blah blah. So it had went to trial, and it was like we had to get up on the stand, we had to say what happened and everything. It was just so crazy. And the day that we went to trial, like, the lady came with like, they came with like 6 adults or something, and then my sisters had to come with me to court also because they were like witnesses there. So like, some lady that Patty, that was with Patty, like came up to my sister and was like, it was you, wasn't it? It was you, you're the one who fought her, weren't you? Because you look like you were the one that fought her. And it was just like, what? And the whole time it was me who fought her. So it was just like, go have a seat, like, what are you doing right now? And then my lawyer had got up and was like, what are you doing? Like, had said some professional shit to her, and like, she had to be escorted out because she was just, had no right to come up to my sister and just be like accusing my sister of fighting Patty. So it was just like a big, huge situation, and it was just like crazy. Like, if that's what you have to go through just to get in a fight, it's just like crazy, you know? So at the end of the court situation, the judge just gave us both stay away orders. If we see each other, we have to turn the opposite way or something, whatever. And the girl, Patty, ended up switching schools, so I haven't seen her like ever since like the court date. That's the end of the story time. What do you guys think about my first fight? Leave your comments down below about what you guys think about this whole situation. It was like huge. Like, this was a crazy situation. Let me know what you all think about my first fight down in the comment sections below. And if you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.